Some pretty incredible news coming out in the past 48 hours regarding nuclear war between Russia, the United States, and Israel. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you the latest in video footage on this, and if this unfolds, it essentially would be the end of mankind. About 99% would not survive, and if you're not vaporized by a nuclear bomb, well, you're going to wish you were, because what comes afterwards with a nuclear winter is absolutely incredible. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you the latest, and take a look at the headlines coming out on this. Russia warns nuclear weapons threat is becoming more dire. This coming out in the past 48 hours. Maps show Biden's new nuclear bomb compared to most powerful U.S. weapon, as last week Biden also unveiled a new nuclear bomb plan that they have as well, because there is a lot happening right now with war. And take a look at this. Putin pulls Russia out of the nuclear test ban treaty. The U.S. signed a comprehensive nuclear test ban treaty with Russia in 1996, but failed to ratify the treaty as Russia did in 2000. And you guys, things are intensifying, and this is all surrounding the conflict with Israel and Hamas in the Middle East. And Russia, Iran, and other countries are blaming the U.S. because we stand by Israel as their ally, and they're saying that if the United States did not support Israel, Russia, Iran, and these other nations would be able to end the conflict against Israel.
Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekal Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and who taught me this truth, and peace and blessings with all sincerity to the hopeful elect. It's Zakar'Yah coming at you with another lesson, and Lord's willing to be edifying. So we're going to dive into this article from Reuters, which is entitled, Russia Loads Missile with a Nuclear-Capable Glide Vehicle into Launch Silo. All right. And why this is important is because this isn't just another intercontinental ballistic missile. All right. This is Russia's Avangard. And I'm going to give you a quick presentation of what that is. So let's dive into this article. Reuters, November 16th. Russia's rocket forces loaded an intercontinental ballistic missile equipped with the nuclear-capable Avangard hypersonic glide vehicle into a launch silo in southern Russia, according to a Defense Ministry TV channel broadcast on Thursday. President Vladimir Putin announced the Avangard hypersonic glide vehicle in 2018, saying it was a response to U.S. development of a new generation of weapons and a U.S. missile defense system that it could penetrate. As it approaches its target, the Avangard glide vehicle detaches from the rocket and is able to maneuver sharply outside the trajectory of the rocket at hypersonic speed of up to 27 times the speed of sound, about 21,000 miles per hour. The Zvezda television channel, owned by Russia Defense Ministry, showed a ballistic missile being transported to a launch silo, slowly raised into vertical position and then lowered into a shaft in the Orenburg region near Kazakhstan. Russia, Zakar'Yah just disappeared. Russia installed its first Avangard equipped missile in 2019 at the same Orenburg facility. Russia and the United States, by far the biggest nuclear powers, have both expressed regret about the steady disintegration of arms control treaties which sought to slow the Cold War arms race and reduce the risk of nuclear war. But the United States, Russia, and China are developing a range of new weapon systems, including hypersonic ones. Right. Hey, man. So this is the spirit, man. That's the vibrations in the earth right now, man. All right. These nations, you know, have perfected their nuclear capabilities, man. And they're arming them and preparing them to be ready for war. Because with all these nations pulling out of treaties, you know, a lot of these treaties were put in place after the Soviet Union fell. Okay? To keep these countries from getting in a predicament where a third world war come about. But all these nations have ripped up their nuclear treaties, their intermediate missile treaties. Because why? They're preparing for all-out war. All right. The Lord said, wake up the mighty man. All right. Prepare for war. And that's what these nations are doing. OK. And these missiles, like I said, that lie dormant in their silos are going to be used. OK. So that got me thinking about Joel, the second chapter. So let's go to Joel, the second chapter. Joel 2:1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound the alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord Yahweh cometh, for it is nigh at hand. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. Now, these people aren't literal people. It's not a literal army. All right. This is a metaphor. The people that are spoken about are actually the missiles. The Lord is speaking of missiles. Okay, he's likening these ICBMs that are going to be shot off by all these other nations in the midst of the Third World War. He's likening them to people. All right, an army, because there's going to be so many. So it says, a day of clouds and of thickness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and strong. There hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. All right, so he's giving you an example of the ICBMs. Okay, a fire devoureth before them, because the power and the destructive force of these ICBMs is in the head of the ICBM, okay? In the actual warhead, which is at the front. It says, and behind them a flame burneth. Okay, that flame is the flame that is used as propulsion as the rocket gets shot off out of its silo and propels it to its destination. It says the land is as the Garden of Eden before them. So before these intercontinental ballistic missiles touch down and hit their mark, the land is beautiful. Things are all intact. And behind them, a desolate wilderness. After they hit, it leaves the earth a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they ride. Right, representing the power of these ICBMs. Like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains, shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Before their face, the people shall be much pained. All the faces shall gather blackness. Right, because when you look up and see only intercontinental ballistic missiles blotting out the sun, so much of them, you know that that's it. There's no salvation for you. There's no escaping this judgment that the Lord has brought before you. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall mark every one on his way, and they shall not break their ranks. Meaning that these ICBMs are not going to run and accidentally bump into each other in the sky. They're going to meet their mark, the mark that the Lord intended them to meet. They're going to all reach their destination. Neither shall they thrust one another. You see, they shall walk every one in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Right. Meaning when they encounter a Patriot system or a Russian S-400 missile defense system, that defense system is not going to shoot them down. These ICBMs are going to hit their mark. All right. And this is what inspired the lesson. This avant-garde, how it shows the capabilities of it able to maneuver and get past missile defense systems. All right. Let's get you another example.
Les Russes disposent actuellement d'au moins deux types d'armes hypersoniques. Le premier est destiné à emporter une charge nucléaire pour frapper n'importe quelle cible sur la planète. Avant-Garde, c'est son nom, ressemble à un missile balistique classique long de 27 mètres. Mais dans sa coiffe se trouve un planeur, une sorte de drone de 5 mètres de long. Lancé par le missile, ce planeur en matériaux composites pourrait voler jusqu'à 27 000 km/h dans les hautes couches de l'atmosphère, protégé de l'air chauffé à 2000 degrés par son bouclier thermique. Là où un missile balistique classique monte dans l'espace et suit une trajectoire en cloche, prévisible par la défense ennemie, Avant-Garde, lui, reste à plus basse altitude. Il peut virer, changer de cap. Son point d'impact est imprévisible. En alliant la vitesse phénoménale du missile et la capacité de manœuvre du drone, Avant-Garde rend les systèmes d'interception inopérants.
So as you can see, man, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, he cold with it. He cold. Okay, he declared the end from the beginning. You know what? A matter of fact, this is Isaiah chapter 46 and verse 10. Declaring the end from the beginning and from the ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Right, as it is written, so shall it be done. All right, and the men of the Lord, the prophets of the Lord, are blowing the trumpet, man, telling you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to repent. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. All right. Before that vision that Sarah Connor saw comes to pass. All right. My little Terminator 2 reference, Judgment Day. It's coming. All right. So Joel 2:8, neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the house. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. The Lord Yahweh shall utter his voice before his army. Right. The Lord of armies, man. The Lord of Sabaoth, man. And his army, his ultimate army, are these intercontinental ballistic missiles. Man, this is beautiful. And the Lord Yahweh shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great, for he is strong that executeth his word. For the day of the Lord Yahweh is great and very terrible, and who can abide it? All right. Only the elect, man. Okay. Man. Hey, man. Lord's willing, this was edifying. We are coming into some fearful and troubling times for the world, man. And it's time for y'all people to take heed. The Lord, like he said, declared the ending from the end. And it's about to get hot in here. Very hot. Lord's willing, this was edifying. Shalom, Israel. Wa abad babal.